Why are you getting so close to him? You have guns. They actually work better from far away. What are you trying to do anyway? Cuff him?
They didn't tell you who I was, did they?
Better question. Why wouldn't they know who he was? They're the prison guards. Everyone knows who Nolan is in this prison. Hell, Nolan's probably jumped the shark and is known by the entire cast of The Simpsons, Bluey, and Rick and Morty by this point.
You came all the way out here for me?
Wait, wasn't Craig on the ship with Nolan the entire time? If he wasn't, don't tell me because I really don't care, but I'm pretty sure he was.
It seems you've passed inspection. Finally fit for your execution.
Oh, it was an inspection. Makes total sense. What the f*** is happening with this f***ing show for f***'s sake?
This is gonna kill me.
Running. I'll lift weights. I'll swim. I'll ride a bike. But running, that's the devil's exercise.
You'll feel...
You know I hate it when they do this, but this time was worse because they really made me wait for it, as if title edging somehow elevates the eventual invincigasm. I can assure you it does not.
Is the Mark Grayson of this dimension a risk taker?
He chooses time and time again, despite superhero-level ass-kicking, to remain in an industry one does not enter without deciding to be a risk taker. I thought you were smart, dude. Don't you have like 1,000 brains?
I had help!
You know what he doesn't have anymore, though, Mark? Your mother in a chokehold. So why not punch him in the face now instead of listening to him monologue?
My word, how is this possible?
Nothing ratchets up the tension like talking dinosaurs.
Stay back! No one's eating me!
Shame on the show for having Mark forget he can fly away just long enough for me to think we're going to watch Invincible beat the shit out of some dinosaurs and then not deliver.
Your little family is safe. As long as I don't determine that the only way to hurt you is to hurt them.
So, to recap, everything will be fine. Unless I, on a whim, decide everything will be bad. Why even speak with this nonsense?
So do them a favor and die.
As I send you to another world that is only marginally dangerous, like one filled with tap dancing hippos, or one where everyone has dandruff. What's that sound? Is that? Yeah, must be. Marvel, trying to sue as hard as they can.
You got glowing red eyes, man.
That's Arachnist, but he really couldn't win here. If he went after Rock, he'd be cephalopodist. Also, he doesn't have glowing red eyes. You can't even see his eyes. You can only see his red goggles.
You're not gonna hurt them.
He will, though, in like 5 minutes. So people need to stop lying to Debbie and Oliver about the danger they're in.
Chainsaw's scared.
I want to feel bad for Angstrom and his kid, but Chainsaw? Terrible name. And why a pet fox? Why a pet at all when you're running for your life?
You actually thought you could hide from me?
Not really, because as soon as you started to break in, he just kind of stood there.
I'll kill the boy quickly.
Flashback doesn't reveal if Chainsaw survives. Also, how did this Angstrom survive his encounter with Invincible each time? Was he teleported away by Angstrom Prime? Yes, that's what I'm calling him. A second after this happened? Did he always have fresh towels nearby? Certainly hope so. Flashback doesn't reveal if this version of Angstrom has powers or why he has a cool outfit and a staff. What? Are you getting paid hourly? You're killing these people slower than regular people kill people.
He's a murderer!
So are you, dude. You killed a dentist and then melted the murder weapon down and put it into the patient's mouth without them knowing. That's even worse.
He deserves to die right now!
So you're gonna teleport him to a world that'll actually hurt him, right? Right?
It's over.
Saying it's over instead of just, you know, ending it. I mean, if Mark was this much of a pacifist the first time he met Angstrom, none of this would be happening and he'd be in a utopia by now. Or something. Somehow them talking is more offensive than the dinosaurs. Also, yet another dangerous dimension that's easily solved by flying.
Your son is more resilient than I anticipated.
It's not that. You're just really bad at this.
In so many other dimensions, you join your husband and son when they slaughter millions and make the earth burn.
Angstrom is just too lucid and reasonable to be this stupid. He has an encyclopedic knowledge of all these dimensions, their histories, their traits, even their elevation, but he doesn't realize that he's going after apparently the only good Invincible in existence. He's medieval Invincibles though. He has real beef with plenty of evil Invincibles, but he's got a hate boner for the only good one. This conflict boils down to this. Angstrom had a dream where Invincible cheated on him and he's really pissed about it.
You're a traitor to your own kind.
Confusing traitor for hostage. Mother of all that is holy and pure, stop making me watch people's arms get snapped. I hated it when Sensui did it to Yusuke, and I hate it here. An automatic 3 sins. Do that shit off camera.
I'm even gonna make this child.
I'd give back all the sins if Oliver went full Jack here and kicked Angstrom's ass with a shitload of powers. Good one, Angstrom. In this dimension, is Mark going to learn the horror of burnt marshmallows? This episode needed a disclaimer for this very moment, pretty sure. Whoa, that is a lot of blood. I'm not even sure the human body holds that much blood. This is so much blood that even Attack on Titan is watching this and saying, whoa, dude, let's tone it down.
I thought you were stronger.
This insane build-up to Mark finally being forced to take his first life and him realizing he did it by accident because Angstrom wasn't as strong as he promised is such an emotional payoff and an absolute emotional bomb to end the season on. It's even a darkly beautiful reflection on the end of season 1. So go ahead and take a sin off for Steven Yeun's performance and the writing that made it possible before I ding you for another inconsistent villain. Another inconsistent villain. Oh, now they show up.
You! Get the medics in here.
Why are you wasting time with medics? Teleport Debbie to your secret Pentagon hospital.
I'm gonna die here.
Okay, but even if Earth is destroyed in this universe, can't you fly to another habitable planet somewhere in the galaxy? I mean, it worked for Nolan.
I've looked up to you since I was a child.
Is that why you copied his mustache? Or are all Viltrumite men required to have one? If so, Mark's got some work to do.
As far as the eye can see, nothing.
Oh, too bad that you don't have a way to quickly traverse the globe or anything. That'd come in handy.
We've already said too much. Any more and we could disrupt the time stream.
So let me get this straight. These are Guardians from the future in Mark's universe. They have time machines, and they somehow tracked Mark to this particular reality 20 years after his fight with Angstrom. Do I have that right? I just want to make sure the 3 sins I'm about to hit you with for absolute horse are as accurate as possible.
Mark, I'm opening a portal that will send you home.
You know, as far as Deus Ex Machinas go, this one's so lame it almost doesn't bother me. It's like they said, you're not going to like it either way, so let's just make it quick.
Is it over?
No, you still got 20 minutes left in the episode. This is like reading Return of the King and discovering Sauron is defeated halfway through and you've got like another 300 pages to go. There is no jelly on this sandwich. And no plate or napkin in sight? You're going to get crumbs everywhere. And then Sterling Archer will make fun of you like forever.
I'm sorry. I never told you.
And I'm sorry, I actually thought this show was going to have real stakes. Instead, it decided to screw with me to get the emotional pop it wanted and then just wipe it all clean because me for caring about these bland side characters. But thank God they can keep this romance subplot going. What a relief. Also, right before Kate died, she cried out for help from Ray and Rex, which could have gotten them killed. Thankfully, they did jack shit to help her, but why call out at all if you know you've got a backup? And why have an episode where you pretend to kill 3 people? Do you want your viewers to watch a horrific death scene and then just go, meh, not dead, meh, meh, 5 sins?
Come on. We'll find another way out.
Oh, this is like one of those National Treasure tunnels where there's always another exit for when the heroes inevitably get trapped. I love those. This is going to sound harsh, but who the are these two and why should I care?
Is that him?
Yeah, it's the guy who did yeah, I've got no clue. Isn't this the season finale? I've forgotten everything about this, and by the time it comes up again, I will have forgotten everything about it again.
I must inhabit a living male host to escape the curse of this tomb.
That's sexist.
Assuming the cursed mummy had anything to do with the curse he was cursed with. Which stage of grief is epilepsy? I've never seen anyone emo fly before. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate how upset Mark is about killing Angstrom, but it didn't feel like he had any alternatives or that Angstrom was capable of being spared. Super stalking. If Mark can regrow teeth, why does he still have a black eye?
Gas leak blew up the house across the street last year. Now your place?
This random micer would put the pedal to the metal on TVSins.
Things are gonna be different now, aren't they?
Not really. Your son will keep getting his ass beat while you try to raise his brother. Honestly, same different day for you.
I'm quitting college.
Mark,
It doesn't make sense. I'm missing all my classes, and the more I think about it, what's the point?
What's the point? You're going to miss out on the most important part of college, the crippling debt. It's just the perfect amount of despair and regret to spice up routine activities like opening letters and answering phone calls. I'm just joking. As far as my loan servicers know, I'm legally dead.
I really do.
This is a sin for the episode, not just ending here.
There's something else I want to talk to you about. It's nothing. I'm sorry.
Spiking someone's anxiety with a "we need to talk" moment only to say never mind. Do you know what that does to anxious people, Mark? Do you?
I see the suffering of lesser beings, and it
upsets me deeply.
Well, you know what upsets lesser beings? Being called lesser beings. Kinda negates your growth in alleged humanity, Nolan.
I miss my wife.
Which one? You need to be specific.
They didn't tell you who I was, did they?
Say my name.
Dinobot Maximi!
It's taken me 37 years to accept the fact that there's absolutely zero point in trying to control the future.
Oh, poor Angstrom.
No capes.
Who else knows what we know? As we have the same bruises. Experienced what we have experienced?
No one.